Hey, hey, I've just made the switch with and I just before I
Testing, 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 testing. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that's your camera and gear.
what's that?
That's yours?
This is
Okay.
yeah.
I should send you a picture when I get everything, yeah?
When you get everything.
To the car. Like, whatever I thought.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah. Just to be sure, man. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Guys, do you want to come on for a team photo?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah. Thank you.
Right. Thanks to you, man. You need to send it.
Sure, man.
Alrighty, Andy.
All right.
Great to meet you.
Best of luck, drive safe.
Yeah. Until the next one. Take care.
See ya.
So you have my number?
Oh, it doesn't allow me to send it first. You can send me your number right here a little bit later. It doesn't, the Connect email can't access my album.
Sorry?
The app can't access my album. I have to take the picture and send it right away. It doesn't save on my phone.
Okay.
Anyway, tell me about it.
Right here.
What's your number?
Right here. It's on your chat.
Ah, okay. Ah, you sent it to me.
Yeah.
In the chat.
Sorry, man.
I didn't get that. Sure. I send in my number too.
Oh, thank you. Excuse me, sir. Do you mind testing the mic?
Sorry, Andy.
Hey?
Andy?
Yes. Michael, thank you.
Hello, hello, hello. Testing.
Okay. Thank you, Michael.
How are you, Andy? All good.
Let's go.
So when do you want me to start, Andy?
Hey?
When do you want me to start?
I have no idea, sir. I have no idea, sir.
So if I start talking, it'll just come on the feed.
I guess so. It's my first time streaming, so whatever Ming did, I will do.
It's your first.
It's my first time doing live streaming.
Right.
So what happened? When you start, just give me a Oh, you changed. You changed.
Oh yeah. The other one is too hot for this.
they seem to go like this.
In the goal. Which end were you that in?
That one.
In the last quarter?
All quarters. I was at that end.
Of the whole time? Oh, really?
I was doing the thumbs up thinking like, hey, yeah, there was one
I didn't notice.
Michael, unsaid we roll. Unsaid we roll.
So I didn't hear.
We're going to roll.
All right. Got to get your game face on here from Gordon Barnard Reserve, where we've already had 3 very exciting final matches. They were the entree. This is the main course. It's under 15 Division 1. Just joined us. In the first game, Ball and Graythorne Jets 7-8-50 down to Preston Boyance 8-5-53. Had a kick after the siren chance to win. Ball and Graythorne Jets 3-2-20 in the under 14-1 girls qualifying final over Park Orchard 6-6. They go to the grand final. And Boroondara Hawks 10-8-68 has defeated Glenaro in 15-5, 7 straight 42. Boroondara Hawks are through to a preliminary final. This under 15 Division 1 clashes between Boroondara Hawks and the Hawthorn Citizens. Boroondara Hawks just coming onto the ground now. Only met once throughout the season, and Hawthorn Citizens went down in that clash 5-9-39 to 9-7-61. So 22-point victory to the Hawks. On the ladder, Boroondara Hawks have finished third with 8-6, and the Hawthorn Citizens have finished fourth with 8-6. So both teams completely comparable win-loss ratios, very similar percentage. The game itself was rather close in round number 9, with the Hawks overrunning the Citizens late in the game. Both teams have put out very good competitive sides here today off the team list, and it should be a thrilling contest. I'm Michael Crooks. Got to get your game face on. Here's the broadcast, and this is top division of under 15 football. Both teams, the Hawthorn Citizens team's in a huddle at the moment. The Boroondara Hawks team is just milling around the southern goals as we speak. Umpires who did a great job in the prior game, the under 15-5 game, have butted up, and they'll be going back to back here doing this clash. I don't know if we've had a toss or not yet. I think we must have, because the players are all heading to their positions for the Hawthorn Citizens, and it looks like maybe the Hawthorn Citizens will be kicking to the right of your screen. As the Boroondara Hawks spread out. And quite a few going to the bench there for the Hawks. I think they've got a couple more players. I think they've got 23 Hawks to 21 Hawthorn Citizens. As Collar Fowler comes to the bench, as well as Ethan Higgins, Jaden Fang, Talon Hooper and Kingsley Draper all going to the bench. Whilst for the Hawthorn Citizens, I can see there that Noah Alamond is on the bench. I think there might only be one more, so we might be one missing as we're away. In this elimination final of under 15 Division 1, coming through hard was Will Mitchell for the Hawks. He couldn't take it. Went to Van Wart for the Hawthorn Citizens side. And the ball now pushes to the outer side of the ground. And a quick kick away up towards the outer wing. And the umpire says, I'll take it, in front there of Collinson. Will Collinson for the Boroondara Hawks. So the Hawks kicking to the left of screen in this first quarter. And they get the ball away quickly out there looking for Mitchell. He can't take it. Quickly over the top, it ends up there with Nick Jackson. And Jackson, a Bull and Tigers product, then to the Ball and Jets, now to the Boroondara Hawks. Gets the ball down towards the half-forward flank for the Hawks. In the previous game, there was probably more goals kicked at the southern end of the ground, although I still think this wind is blowing predominantly a sou'wester into that northeast pocket, where the ball's been a lot of the day on the other side for the commentators. Quick handball out there by Callahan for the Hawthorn Citizens. Tries to set something up. Good contest in the middle of the ground. Hawks have it, and they go forward, and a good relieving mark taken there by Patterson for the Hawthorn Citizens. So Patterson weighs up his options. He elects to go out wide. Could have been dangerous, but Hawthorn Citizens holding it up at the moment. Going in hard there was Rogers for the Hawthorn Citizens. It comes back to the Hawks, who elect to go inboard to Malone. Malone gets the handball to Cullen on his left foot. Cullen goes across. No, he doesn't. He puts it through. I thought that was going across the face, but it's gone straight through the goal. So sensational start to Liam Cullen. He has one, and the Boroondara Hawks have got the first one on the board. So that's the angle well, it's not the angle, but it's the side you want to be trying to go with. From that side of the ground, it's far easier to score. We've seen that all day here. 1 straight 6 Boroondara. Hawthorn Citizens are yet to score. Got to get your game face on. We're early days in this first quarter. And good sharing there by Malone. So the ruck contest, in the ruck will be Jackson, who gets it down. Gets it down well, and the quick flick around the corner, and a good mark taken there by Rogers. So Rogers, he went wide with the last kick. He's got plenty of the foot he can, and he's turned it over again, unfortunately for him, and it's gone to Jackson. So Nick Jackson, deliberate kick and very good kick. Finds his teammate there in Phillips. Phillips turned it over. It comes back now to Hawthorn Citizens. And an underground kick has gone up towards the half-forward line. Big tackle, no. It came out there from Pousty. Pousty got it to his teammate, and his teammate went bang and slotted it beautifully. And that teammate, we still wait on. And that teammate was William Verwart, who kicks his first goal, and he's already had a couple of possessions early, so been very prominent, Will Verwart, and he's kicked his first goal. So the Hawthorn Citizens answer very quickly. It's all tied up at 1 goal apiece. Out of the centre, trying to get the quick kick away there was Phillips. He went down towards the half-forward line, and it came back out. And was there a hold in the ball, or was it in the back? The umpire said it's a free kick, and it's going the way of Sam Pappas for the Boroondara Hawks for a high tackle. So Pappas has got the footy. He's taking his time to get back. He'll kick from 35 metres out, directly in front. And I think he's taking a long time here. Probably too long for my liking. I think the games only go for 20-minute quarters. There's no need to have him take 1 minute to have a shot. So Pappas will kick on the runway. He goes to the right. He bombs. And the wind, as it has all day, just pushes that ball left to right. And 1 minor score to Sam Pappas, which puts the Boroondara Hawks in front early doors. We've gone 5 minutes at 7-6. Hawks leading. The Citizens bring the ball back out, though. Only went as far there as Borello. And Jono Borello got a handball backwards to Will Mitchell. He's been prominent early. He flicks the ball over the top, and a quick kick in by Archer Barkley deep into the full forward line for the Boroondara Hawks. Now there was someone pulled off the ball. The umpire said play on. Boroondara Hawks will have the footy again. It's tapped away. The kick is marked right on the last line of defence, and it's marked by Bart Camilleri. So Camilleri goes to the outer side of the ground, to the commentary side of the ground, ends up with Malone. Malone gets the handball over the top. Quick handball away there by Callum Craig Brown, and around the body Umpire is now going to have a chat. And a goal's been kicked. So the goal's been kicked around the corner. It was Will Collinson who's kicked the goal. Controversy at that southern end of the ground. The field umpire, I don't know what the goal umpire was saying to him. But anyway, it's a goal to Collinson. And they go out to a 2-1-13 lead over the Hawthorn Citizens, 1 straight 6. Fast and frenetic football as we'd expect in a Division 1 semi-final. And out of the middle, Borello got the handball away quickly. Jackson got it back and he flicked it quickly up towards the full forward or centre-half back position. Taking the mark there was McNamee. And he got the ball right out wide. A quick handball away there by Nick Phillips for the Boroondara Hawks. He goes out wide and tries to get his own ball. He's supported ably on that occasion by Ethan Higgins and will get a throw in. 2-1 to 1 straight. This time the Hawthorn Citizens win the ball. Raising the ball high was Callahan for the Hawthorn Citizens, and that ball bounces in front of Henry Duncan over the line and out of bounds. We get the ball in. Boroondara Hawks have had most of the play, but when the Citizens attacked, they got the goal. And now they're going to attack for a second time. Quick handball away from Toby Callahan. Umpire said didn't dispose correctly, and it's come back there to Lontos. Lontos goes out wide, looking to his teammate in Hugh Heading. Heading goes very, very wide to his running little teammate there, who we haven't got a number for, number 42. And if we get that organised, that'd be handy because there's no 42 listed in the Boroondara Hawks team. And now we throw the ball up. Jackson in the ruck contest. He got it down. And we've got a ball up. Now, the ball comes out. That's Borello. Borello goes long, deep up into the forward line. Coming through hard for Hawthorn. A quick handball goes over the top to Horsford. He goes long and it's defensive mark taken there for the Boroondara Hawks and offloaded well to Collinson, who kicked the previous goal. He goes over the top to Borello. Borello chips in short and the mark's been taken there. And that mark will go to Callum Craig Brown. Now we haven't got number 42. There's no number 42, so just trying to work that out as the ball comes back out now for the Hawthorn Citizens. Goes up and a good defensive mark there for the Hawks. And very good kick. Finds Tom Colafella, and it was an excellent delivery on that occasion by James Devlin. So Colafella unloads beautifully up to the half-forward flank. This is the attacking side of the ground. This is where they want to be. And Harrison Miller's taken the mark. So Miller kicks a beautiful drop punt deep up into the full forward line. Ball comes down, quick handball away. They're doing all the attacking, the Hawks, at the moment. Chain of handballs, comes back Phillips, that was. He kicked it high in the air. And now Hawthorn Citizens have the right chance to break free. And break free they do to Anastopoulos. He goes in towards the centre of the ground. For Wart, who kicked the first goal, tried to help him. Ball came back out. To the Hawthorn Citizens player, can't do so. And we wait, and now the pass has come out, and it's been taken there by Toby Callahan. Callahan goes long on the break. This is dangerous. It's Verwoerd. He kicked the first goal. He takes the second bounce. He goes bang, and he kicks the second goal for the Hawthorn Citizens. Nearly a replay of what happened in the first one. So William Verwoerd has kicked his second. Hawthorn Citizens have kicked their second, and it's 2-1 to 2 straight. So it's Willem Verwoerd. 2-1 to 2 straight. We've gone 11 and a half minutes in this term. That's Willem Verwoerd. So he's been very dangerous. So good start. 13 plays 12. Jackson up in the ruck, but once again, Hawthorn Citz win the ball out of the centre. Quick handball away from Collins. He went looking for Alamode. He can't take it. And we'll get a ball up. So we're working into the game. We're halfway through or more than halfway through this first quarter. In the ruck contest, Toby Callahan, who's had a bit of the ball, came back out. Getting the handball away there was Mitchell. He got it away as far there as Pappas. Pappas went up the line, but now taking it was McNamee. McManamy. He got the football away, and now they transfer the play very well. The Hawthorn Citz deep up into the forward line, 2-on-2 contest. Ducking back, taking a very good mark, you would think. Yes, he's paid the mark. The umpire back there, and that mark will go the way of Hugh Heading. So Hugh Headings got the ball deep in defence. Chip short, had to be good and was, and he found Higgins. Higgins now elects to go to the outer side of the ground. And once again, the Hawks start to move it forward. And it's Phillips who's got the footy. Phillips goes wide to no one at all, and it just rolls over the line and out of bounds. Really good start here. The Hawks 13, the Citizens 12. Both teams looking pretty good. Citizens really playing the game on the quick break away from the half-back line and just running. And Willem Verwoerd has been the man to catch twice, and they couldn't catch him. So ruck takeaway went to Higgins. He can't get it a kick out. It was good smothering. Comes back. This should have been nearly a free for around the neck to Pousty, but he couldn't get that free kick. So the ball comes to ground, and here's Verwoerd again, the danger man. He can't take it on this occasion. Archie Duray came ducking back. And we've had plenty of the ball on that outer side of the ground, and the crowd's all on this side of the ground. So bring it over here, guys, please, as it's kicked around the corner for the Hawthorn Citizens, deep up into the forward line. But going back and taking a great mark was Devlin. Devlin goes out looking for Collarfella. He's got one to beat, and that's Jack Collins. He's in assistance with Rogers. Rogers got it back to Collins. Collins unloaded beautifully. Umpire didn't see, the other umpire did, that he'd actually pushed him after he got rid of the ball, and there'll be a downfield, and I think it'll go the way of Henry Duncan. The closer umpire didn't see the decision, and Henry Duncan will get the kick. So a kick from 30 to 35 metres out. With a cross breeze, he'll have to kick it to the right-hand post. A point will level the score. A goal will put the Hawthorn Citizens in front. As he comes in, the drop punt is looking pretty good. It's a goal. Duncan has one. Hawthorn Citizens have three. They go to three straight. 18 leading Boroondara 2-1-13. We've ticked over 15 minutes in this first quarter, and after a blazing start by the Hawks, the Citizens have settled well. Willem Verwoerd now in the centre with Borello. Jackson will still go up in the ruck. It's probably a little bit undisciplined there, the Boroondara Hawks, as the ball goes up in the air. Flick down. And up in the air it goes again. It's the ruck contest. Out of the ruck. Quick handball. Ends up going all right. And the Hawks go very, very wide on this occasion. Malone can't keep it in. And we'll have a throw in. So not as direct, the Hawks, at the moment, as what the Hawthorn Citz are. They're using the corridor. The Hawks just more looking wide a lot of the time. Ruck contest comes to ground. Hawthorn Citizens win through it. And good effort there on that occasion. Callaghan, the ruckman, goes up to the half-forward line, and taking the big mark was James Glass. Glass gets the handball back. Callaghan can get it. He's not going to. The ball comes back out to Nathan Chan, the sturdy half-back flanker. Chan got it back in towards centre half-back. Hawthorn Citizens under the pump. Quick kick away, Pappas for the Hawks. He goes to Higgins. Higgins goes out wide. And Hawthorn Citizens now win the footy, and running after it there was Anastopoulos. He got the ball back. Quick handball, went out to Alamode, and a big bomb is across the face of goal and out of bounds, and I think we'll have on the full. And that free kick will go the way of James Devlin back in the back line. Devlin chips in well to Mitchell. Mitchell gets around one, then he's got no support at the moment. Devlin arrives. The troops were under pressure. He got the handball away. Good left foot kick on that occasion by Borello. He went to Cullen. Cullen went up the centre of the ground to Malone. Malone usually a fairly good kick. On this occasion he pushes it right. It bounces end on end. Has it got the carry? It has, to go through for 1 score to Max Malone. They go to 2-2-14, trailing Hawthorn Citizens 3 straight. We've gone 18 minutes of a 20-minute term. Citizens bring the ball back in. Going up very wide and trying to take the mark. There was Pousty. He couldn't. Ball came to ground. Doing a good job was the goal kicker in Willem Vermort. And he gets the ball back himself. Kicks it high. One-on-one contest. In front there was Collinson, who's kicked the goal for the Boroondara Hawks side, but now the Citizens have it again, and this time it's Ben Wilson who switches play. Right up now towards the full forward line. Up goes Glass, he takes the ball and kicks the goal. Number 75, James Glass, using his height, took the ball, kicked the goal, and the Hawthorn Citizens are out to a 10-point lead. 2-2-14 to 4 straight 24. And the Hawthorn Citizens just seem to transfer the ball that little bit better early days. And Callaghan, the ruckman, doing a very good job. Well, now ruck roving, actually, as the ball's punched out of the air once again. But it ends up coming back there to Archie Duray, who goes around the corner. Mark taken by Hawthorn Citizens. Up towards Callaghan. Callaghan's got the footy. Kicks it long. Up to the half-forward line. Oh, dropping the mark on that occasion was Marsick for the Hawthorn Citizens. It comes back. They're still under the pump here, the Hawks defenders. Comes back to Phillips. Sorry, to Hugh Heading, who kicked it wide. Out there looking for Duray. He can't find him. As we kick down to about 15 seconds to go. Mark required here for the Hawthorn. Sits Glasses in prime position. Can't take it. Saving grace there by Borello. Kicks it back. Will there be one more mark? No, there won't. And that's quarter time. Good quarter for the Citz after the Hawks came out of the blocks pretty well. It's Boroondara Hawks 2-2-14. Trailing Hawthorn Citizens 4 straight 24. The goal kickers for the Boroondara Hawks, Will Collinson has 1, and Liam Cullen with a magnificent left foot snap early doors with 1. For Hawthorn Citizens, it's Willem Verwort with 2, and James Glass and Henry Duncan have 1 each. For the Boroondara Hawks, Colafella, Borello, Craig Brown, Nick Phillips, Sam Pappas and Will Mitchell have probably been in their better players. Whilst for the Hawthorn Citizens, some very good performance. Noah Alamode has been really good. Archie McManamy in the back line. Toby Callanan's been sensational. Willem Verlord has led the way, and also Anastopoulos and Glass. Good first quarter. Hawthorn Citizens have it by 10. It'd be interesting to see at half-time if this wins has any effect. It's 4 straight to 2-2. Got to get your game face on. We'll take a break. Teams are broken up. It's quarter time here in the elimination final of Under 15 Division 1 Yarra Junior Football League, brought to you live from Game Face. Boroondara 2-2-14 trail Hawthorn Citizens 4 straight 24. Boroondara kicked the first goal. Hawthorn Citizens answered immediately. Boroondara kicked the second, and then the Hawthorn Citizens have gone on a 3-goal run. They've broken through the centre, and they've been led very ably by Willem Verwoort, who's kicked 2 great goals. Henry Duncan got one downfield. James Glass used his height to take a mark for another one. Whilst the Boroondara Hawks a little bit more scraggly with the way they've kicked the goals. Liam Cullen, a sensational left footer from a tight angle, and the other goal kicker was Will Collinson, who just got the ball over the line. Controversial decision, but paid as a goal, which seemed pretty fair. So this second quarter, the Hawthorn Citizens will be kicking to your left of your screen on your stream. Jack Collins will go up, or no, Glass will go up in the ruck. He's joined by Collins. And it should be a very interesting quarter. Umpire has the ball in the air. We're about to go. Second term, elimination final, Division 1 of under 15 football. And Borello takes the ball straight out of the centre. He went to not to Phillips, to Lontos. He swings the ball around looking for Malone. He can't take it. Now, Malone did the tackling, but Hawthorn Citizens do the handballing, and it's pretty hot and tight in there. Great attacking pressure there from the Boroondara Hawks team, and they've got a ball up a stoppage only 20 metres out from their goal. They'd want one straight away. No prior opportunity, but he got the kick away quickly, was Kahia. He went to the outer side of the ground, out of bounds on the full. And the free kick will go the way, I think it is Borello down there, deep in that forward pocket. No, it's not Borello. Not sure who it is, but he'll kick the ball high up into the goal square, and going back and taking the big mark was the big Ben Wilson. Wilson drives it out to Willem Verwoerd. Usually at the other end of the ground, but he's good with his transference. He gets the handball away to Callaghan. Now he went back looking for Wilson. He couldn't take it. Good spinning around there on that occasion. Ended up with Callaghan there for the Hawthorn Citizens. A desperate kick around the body there by Anis Paulus. He turned it over, came back there to Phillips, and now the Hawks go forward again, and the mark's being taken there by Malone. Malone 60 metres out from goal. He's a very big kick of the football, but it holds up into the breeze, deep up into the forward line, punched away. Hawthorn Citizens have numbers at ground level, and one of them's Cussin. Cussin goes to the outer side of the ground, and Hawthorn Citizens take the mark back out there. Just slowing up play, the left footer on that occasion was McNanamy. Gun cricketer in the ECA as well, kicks the ball out to the outer side of the ground. And now they've got control of the ball, but Wilson's looking for it above his head. He needs to get it or else it could be a turnover. He does get it. He does very well. He got it to Collins. Collins went in looking for Rogers. He couldn't take the football. Now the Hawks have the ball. Around the corner it goes by Duray. He went deep up into the full or half forward line at least. And then a great smother by Callum Craig Brown, and will get a ball in. That was Colafella who brought the ball in just a bit earlier. So we'll get a throw in right on the 45-metre arc here at Gordon Barnard. There's been no score in the second quarter. We've gone 3 minutes. Boroondara trail by 10. And Borello's got the football. Beautiful pass. Pinpoint pass by Jono Borello. And he finds Max Malone. Now these are Malone's bread and butter. He'll kick from 35 metres out. Pretty popular angle here. I just have to start this right post. Got a long run up. He's on the runway now. He traverses the 45-metre arc, comes in. Max Malone kicks and pulls it to the left. 1 minor score to Malone. He has 2 minors. The Boroondara Hawks have 2 goals, 3. And we're about to bring the ball out. The Hawthorn Citizens. Runs a long way. Then offloads a big left foot bomb up looking for Wilson. Not Wilson. That was Verwoerd. He can't take the footy. It's knocked out. Handball to Callaghan. He went from Verwoerd. And we'll get a ball in. Right in front of the Boroondara Hawks interchange bench. Margin at the moment is 9. We've played 4 minutes in this quarter. Comes to ground. Sitting on top of it, Ethan Higgins. Umpire said it didn't come out, and we'll get a ball up. Wilson it is who gets the ball up. Both him and Verwoerd. Verwoerd will go up in the ruck against Nick Jackson. Jackson wins the ball down, then holds it up himself. He's tackled by his opposing big man in Wilson. And Wilson comes back and gives the ball to the umpire. So Callahan goes up against Jackson. There's about 3 or 4 teaming him. Comes back to Rogers. Rogers gets the handball away to Anastopoulos. Anastopoulos goes back into Collins. Collins is at centre half forward. He goes across the ground for the Hawthorn Citizens to Pousty. Pousty gets around one, lowers the eyes, but unfortunately the execution wasn't there, and the mark's been taken for the Boroondara Hawks deep in defence, and that's by Devlin. Devlin goes onto his left foot into the centre of the ground, and now they're overlapping much better. The Boroondara Hawks much better build-up as they swing the ball out wide, and the mark's been taken in defence by Archie McNamee. McNamee kicks the ball on his left foot. Plenty of left footers abounding in this game. Comes up towards Ben Wilson. Wilson runs onto it. This is when the Citizens are dangerous, but a good relieving mark deep in defence. Goes back there to Hugh Heading. Heading goes out wide or across the face of goal, deep into the back pocket now as they start to slow play. And Heading should have taken the mark now, but he does well to butter up. Kicks it up over the top of the pack, charging through Verward. He's very impressive, Willem, and he helps his teammates. It ends up there with Sebastian Marsick. Marsick goes into Camilleri. Camilleri goes across the centre half forward, and the mark's taken by Pousty. Pousty goes long up towards the full forward position. Big pack of players. No one can take it. Goes to ground. Hawthorn Citizens appealing for the ball. Boroondara Hawks give it back to the umpires. Done a sterling job in his second game for the afternoon. Done a great job in the first game. Quick kick away for the Boroondara Hawks by Collinson. Up to half forward, it comes to Colafella. Colafella kicks long. It's a 2-on-1 contest. Little Liam Cullen's got to beat 2, and he's just ragdolled scrum. Umpire said no prior opportunity. I'll ball it up. And McNamee didn't look that impressed with him at that time. Ball goes up in the ruck contest. Jackson up again. Kane to Phillips. Quick handball away by Borello. And now the ball's put back into Malone, and Max Malone takes the mark leading out. In front of his opponent there in Will Cusson. So Malone's had 2 minors on the board in this game so far. It's 2-3 to 4 straight. We've gone 7 1/4 minutes. And the Hawks need this one from Max Malone. Prolific goal kicker. Kicked 6 in the grand final last year. And he comes in and kicks it long, but not long enough, right up deep into the goal square and rushed through for a minor score to the Boroondara Hawks. That was a rushed. They go to 2-4, trailing Hawthorn Citz 4 straight. 8 points is the margin. They're going once again out to the outer side of the ground. Malone in front. Oh, no, he's near the ball, but he hasn't got it. Nick Jackson does have it. And we'll get a ball up. Wilson running across there. Tap down. Jackson tried to get it, so did Ethan Higgins. It came to Borello. Borello went on the left foot, deep up into the forward line. Punched away again by the swarm of defenders for the Citz. And now McNamee's got the football for the Hawthorn Citizens. Goes straight up the line, punched away. Corralled very nicely, Callum Craig Brown. The ex-Canterbury player goes back on that left foot, kicks it around the body. And doing the sweeping up work there was Marsick for the Hawthorn side. Marsick goes towards centre wing. On the overlap, it comes out to Verward. Willem Verward, he drives it long. And standing up and taking the mark back there was Draper. So Draper's going to go across dangerously. His man has to mark it, and he does, and that's Archie Duray. Duray goes up towards Malone here at centre wing. He's punched off the football by Collins, but he does well. He swings around. He's been prolific so far. That's Malone. He goes up towards the half-forward flank. Tapped out. Was there a free kick going the way of Archer Barkley? No, said the umpire. It came back to McNamee, who kicked the left footer as far as his teammate, and his teammate there is Rogers. Rogers goes up to the half-forward flank, but standing back and taking the reliant mark there was Pitto. Pitto went short, Rogers dispossessed the player. The ball came to ground. And trying to break through was Borello. He was wrapped up in a tackle. Rogers went the kicking, the soccer-style kick and got it away. Grabbing the footy was Kahia. And we'll get a ball up. Midway through this second quarter, tight game. Hawks have done all the attacking but haven't been able to score. Citizens have been far better with their use of the footy when they have gone forward. Up they go in the ruck. Callahan didn't go up. He watched his opponent go up. Borello, who's been very good, gets the ball away for the Citizens, but only as far there as Cussin for the Hawthorn Citizens. He went to the left footer in Brooke Horsfeld. He went down towards the half-forward flank and ducking back and not getting the footy. That's Pousty now who's stormed clear, and he'll get a free kick for over the neck. So Jack Pousty, straight away he's looked pretty confident that he can get the journey from here. He's got to go left-hand post, and he's got a big Ben Brown type run up here. He's coming in from virtually another postcode. Now he crosses the 45. That's got the carry into the wind. It's going to go fairly close. There's a mark nearly taken right on the line, and the mark's been paid to the Hawthorn Citizens. And a great pack mark taken. And he'll go back and shoot from point-blank range. And that's Charles Curtis. Comes in, and Curtis puts it straight over the goal umpire's hat. And that's the fifth on the board of the Hawthorn Citizens. They go to 5 straight, 30, leading Boroondara 2-5-17. We've gone 12 minutes nearly in this second quarter. And after Boroondara had done a lot of the attacking, the Hawthorn Citizens do what's most important, and that's kick goals. So far, both Boroondara Hawks teams today have not given away a point. It's been 12 goals straight kicked against them. So either they're getting the ball in good spots or they're good kicks. William Vallord is absolutely killing them. He drives and he kicks it long, and just for 1 point. If the goal umpire moved a little bit, it would have been a bit of a guide. So a point to Vallord, he has 2 goals, 1. And as soon as I say that the Boroondara side hadn't had a point kicked against them, there it was. Bringing the ball back into play. Got to take the mark. He didn't take it on that occasion, Lontos. So it comes to ground now. Hawthorn Citz have a chance to clear it up. Cullen overran the footy, came back. Boroondara Hawks still running forward in numbers. Rogers is in assist. He can't take it. The quick handball came out from Camilleri. Now it's ended up with Callahan. Callahan goes long up to those big, deep forwards of the Hawthorn Citizens side. It came out towards Pousty. He can't take it. And being handed back the ball by Collinson was the umpire. The umpire throws it up. Big takeaway for Wart. This time only as far as the Boroondara Hawks, but they turn it over as well, and Cussin's got the footy. So Cussin elects to go right across the ground, transfers play very well to the left footer in Horsfeld. Horsfeld goes very, very wide on that left foot. Out to the boundary line in front of Anastopoulos, and the ball will be thrown in. 13 and a half minutes gone. Boroondara, I said, led 2-1, so Citz have got the last 4. Boroondara are trying to stop that trend occurring. Verwart tapped it down beautifully to his teammate, who kicked it deep up in towards Glass. Glass busts through one. Can't bust through the second one. Desperately defending now Boroondara Hawks with numbers. Came out to Nathan Chan. Chan kicked the ball out of the defensive side, and a free kick's going to be paid, and it'll go the Boroondara Hawks way, and it'll go to Callum Craig Brown. So Callum Craig Brown now goes out to the outer side of the ground. Going back there was Horsfeld. He's got to get onto his left foot, very one-sided. Can't do so, and will get a ball up. Right on centre wing position, outer side of the ground. Gordon Barnard reserves the venue. Boroondara trail, 2-5-17 to 5-1-31. But now the Boroondara side are on the run and they go up towards the full forward line. But once again, standing firm was Archie McNanamy. He goes into Callahan. Callahan takes the mark. He's been very, very good. Out to Cusson, who's come into the game in the second quarter. The Citizens doing well. He got it to Wilson. Wilson on the right foot. Kicks a beautiful pass. Their execution's magnificent. And taking the mark, there's Jack Pousty. So Pousty will kick from 35 to 40 metres out. Have to aim at the left post. He doesn't. Gives it no chance. Pushes it way to the right. Up they go. Hawthorn Citz are taking a few of these marks this time. Verwert has just taken a mark right in the goal square. And once again, the Boroondara Hawks unable to kill it. And this will be the second goal of a similar ilk this quarter. And Willem Verwert will have now kicked 3. Couldn't possibly miss from the top of the goal square or halfway through the goal square. This for 5 unanswered goals for the Hawthorn Citizens. And they move to 6-1, 37, leading Boroondara 2-1, 17. We played 16 minutes in this second term and Verwert has 3. Be fairly hard to stop at the moment. The Hawthorn Citizens, their actual ball delivery is of a different level at the moment to the Boroondara Hawks, who, whilst they're probably getting first use of the ball, they're just not delivering it as crisply as the Citizens are. Plenty of time still to go in the game. They wouldn't want to get too far more in front. Ruck contest, Jackson up against Callahan. Callahan's been awesome. He gets the handball away. It ends up with Pousty. Pousty goes long up towards the centre-half forward position. No one gets the ball through, and a big, good kick away there by Collinson for the Hawks, but he turned it over, and he went back to McNanamy. McNanamy went out wide on the ground, charging as Vermont again. He's got the ball back to Pousty. They're looking good. Hawthorn Citz at the moment. It came back to Glass. Glass got a handball away. Ends up with Callahan. Now he dispossessed himself. Should have been a free for holding the man. I think there will be. And that free kick will go the way of Phillips. In defence. Might have been Hugh Heading actually. He goes to the outer side of the ground. Jackson overran it. He needed support. And he's got it now. The other one going in for the ball there was Pappas. He kicks the ball up looking for Cullen in front. Punched away by his defender there in the Horsetold. The ball came out the back. Quick kick away Callum Brown for the Hawks side. And it ends up there with Kahia. Now on the overlap, they've ended up with Wilson in the centre of the ground. Ben Wilson goes long up towards Glass. He can't take the ball. Doing a good job back there was Heading again. And on the left, sorry, that was Phillips on the left foot who goes forward. And the mark's been taken by Malone. So Malone's taken the mark. He has 2 minors. This time he's directly in front. 30 metres out. Crucial goal. 20 points is the margin. Takes a long run up. And plenty of practice at kicking from this spot. Max Malone. Looks like the drop punt is on its way, and it's straight through the middle. One the Hawks desperately needed, and Malone delivers. And the margin's back to 14 points. 14 points the margin. Malone has 1 goal too. And it's now 3-5-23 to 6-1-37. We've got just over a minute to go in this first half. So 14 points the margin, probably about a fair result with the use of the ball from the Hawthorn Citz at the moment. But out of the middle, the Boroondara Hawks come charging. If they can get a mark here and a goal, and they might get a mark, no. Kane Grant Cullen does his own roving. Got swung around, got the handball out. Desperation stakes at the top of the goal square. Diving forward, looking for a free kick, Boroondara Hawks. And it's been paid. think he accentuated it, but he got what he wanted. And that's a free kick from the top of the goal square for Archer Barkley. So Barkley, who also kicked multiple 6 goals, I think, in the grand final last year, comes in from the top of the square and goes crunch and turns the game on its head in the last 2 minutes. Barkley gets his first. The Boroondara Hawks get their fourth and go to 4-5-29, trailing Hawthorn Citizens 6-1-37, right on half-time. And how important are those 2 goals to the key forwards, Malone and Barkley? I think if that's also some fairly famous basketball names there. Collinson, Cullen, Barkley and Malone all have 1. Whilst for the Hawthorn Citizens, Verwoerd has 3, Curtis, Glass and Duncan have 1 apiece. Prominent players in that half. Borello, very good. Callum Craig Brown, pretty good. Nick Jackson's worked hard in the ruck. Nick Phillips has been very good. Will Mitchell started the game magnificently. Max Malone right into the game that quarter. Whilst the Hawthorn Citizens, Rogers, number 1, has been busy. Cusson came into the game in that quarter. Alamont started really well. Wilson's been fantastic. So's McNanamy across half-back. Pousty's been a power forward. Callahan's probably been as good as anyone on the ground. And Glass has presented up forward. Great game of elimination footy in Division 1. After the break, it's an 8-point lead to Hawthorn Citizens, but Boroondara Hawks look like they're ready to come back. We'll see you in 10. footy, cricket, whatever you would not be playing?
Yeah, it's hard. It's apparently heaps so easy.
Nah.
Are you limping now?
Things are going bad with Mitchell.
Oh well.
That's only a joke.
Yeah.
He actually played a lot in the end.
You did.
I think he was taken aback when I said if it was a cricket match. I think he was taken aback. He said, "You wouldn't have stopped me to play cricket." I said, "Yes, I would have." I said, "You're not going to training for a while." And everything's all right with you?
Yes.
Yourself?
Yes.
You?
Yes.
Yeah. And
Yes.
Mel? Yeah.
Much better now.
Good.
I had a absolutely hectic, stressful 3 weeks with work,
Oh, I'm not. Yeah.
but I've got through that now.
I'm just saying you yourself is fine.
Yeah. No, I'm good.
Come on, you take over. You take over. Welcome back, Gordon Barnard Reserve. It's elimination final under 15 Division 1, and have we got a match for you? Our Hawthorn Citizens appeared to be running away with it, but in the last 2 minutes the tide turned, and the Boroondara Hawks, with two of their key forwards, Max Malone and Archer Barkley, both getting goals, have put themselves right back into this ball game. 4-5-29 of the Boroondara Hawks, and they trail the Hawthorn Citz 6-1-37. We've got 40 minutes of football left. One of these teams will go into a preliminary final. The other one will be eliminated in season 2023. If anything, it's a fluttering breeze that's probably going across the ground, definitely towards the it's a westerly. So the ball's usually on the other side of the ground. The umpire, he's got his 7th quarter going. He's done a great job in the ruck. Hawthorn Citizens win the ball out of the centre. This is when they're dangerous, and drive it long, right up to the full forward line. I think it was touched. It was touched. Through for 1 minor score to the Citz. They go to 6-2-38. As the ball comes into Chan, who takes the mark for the Boroondara Hawks. Chan, deliberate, slow kick. Goes to Higgins, who takes the mark back to Nathan Chan. Nathan Chan now goes out wide to that outside of the ground, and doing some good roving there was Pitto. He kicks the ball now long up looking for Malone. Can't take the mark. Hawthorn Citizens have defenders back there. The quick kick away by the Boroondara Hawks does work. Just pushing it forward. Double handball. Ends up back there with Mitchell. He goes forward. Deep up into the forward pocket. Trying to keep the ball alive, but they don't do so. And we'll get a ball up. Or a throw in. It'll be Glass who'll go up in the contest. I think against Barkley, wins the tap down. Charging through. Hawthorn Citizens trying to get the ball out of there. They can't do so. Higgins affects the tackle. And we've got a throw up again. Glass using all his height. Got the handball down. Free kick or out of bounds has been paid. Heard the whistle go. And it'll probably be an out of bounds throw in. Hawks attacking. They trail by 9. The biggest margin was 20. Ruck contest. Barkley does a good job. He gets it to ground. Trying to get the ball away, but not working for him was one of the Boroondara Hawks midfielders in Phillips, who started really well. And the quick handball comes back to Pousty. He's got to be good with his kick. It's gone across the face of goal. Duray or Colafella looking for it. It was Colafella who had the kick. He goes around his body. Chan leads in the race for the football for Boroondara Hawks. He was well tackled. Hawthorn Citizens been very good with their tackling. And we'll get a free kick. They'll get a rewarded free kick there. Well, it's a boundary throw-in. Anyway, it came out. And the kick by Pappas for the Hawks is a rebound mark taken there by McManamy. McManamy kicks the ball poorly, and Pappas says, OK, I'll give it another go. So Pappas now breaks clear, kicks it long, right up towards the full forward line, dropping a very easy mark was the Hawthorn Citizens defender there in Lansfield, and he couldn't take the mark. So the ball's gone across the ground. Good contest. It comes out the back there to Collins. Jack Collins wrapped up. He got the handball away. Umpire called play on. Comes back to the very dangerous Verwart, who's taken 2 bounces. He's kicked 3 goals already, but dangerously goes across the ground. No one can take the mark. They're playing with fire at the moment. End up with Wilson. He got it back to Pousty. Pousty onto Rogers. Rogers can't get it. He tips it back to Pousty. A lot of pressure being applied. And the ball's going to end up with a mark to the Boroondara Hawks, and it'll go to Mitchell. Mitchell switches play into his teammate there in Collinson. And Collinson goes to Chan. Chan lowers the eyes well. He goes to Borello. Borello chips it deep up into the forward line. And a good resulting mark taken back there by the Boroondara Hawks defender. And he switches play beautifully. And on the break, this is where they're dangerous. But they're not dangerous if you turn the ball over, and Piteau's got the football. So Mitchell Piteau goes down the line. Oh, Miller in front. Couldn't take the football. It was Wilson, Ben Wilson. And the handball's gone out for the Hawthorn Citizens team to the outer side of the ground. One-on-one contest, and once again that boundary umpire's getting overtime. In front there of Horsford, the left footer for the Hawthorn Citizens team. Umpire told to throw it in again. I think he's got sore arms. He's been doing a lot of work on that outer side of the ground. Threw it in short. Glass in front. In the ruck contest, he tapped it down only as far as his teammate in Pousty. Now wrapped up was Cusson for the Q side, and we've got a ball up. Half-foot flank. Hawks doing all the attacking. Citizens, as they did in the first quarter, looking for the counter punch. Ball across the body by Archie Duray, deep up into the forward line for the Boroondara Hawks team. But once again, Hawthorn will repel. Wanting to play up the line on this occasion. Jackson up in front. He can't take the mark. He did his own roving. He was team tackled. And he gets up a little bit sore and sorry, but he's played a pretty good game. Ruck contest. Tap down. Busting through. Good handball away there by Anastopoulos. For the Q side, he can't take it. Quick kick away. Goes deep up there. And good relieving mark by Archie McManamy, and he reads the intercept mark really well. Left footer, and that's 3 times in a row this quarter. After pinpoint passing, he's turned it over dangerously up to the full forward line. And he goes, and a free kick's been paid the way of Barkley against McManamy. So Archer Barkley, who kicked the goal at the end of the second quarter, McManamy took the mark, but it's been paid to Barkley. So he's looking for his second goal from a free kick. He's a beautiful kick of the ball. He'll kick from 35 metres out to the southern end just to bring it back within a goal or less. As he comes in, that big, high drop punt hasn't got the carry into that slight side breeze. And the mark's been taken back there by the big man in Glass. Glass goes to the outside. McManamy, now he elects to handball. He's probably a bit gun-shy on pulling the trigger on those short passes at the moment. The ball goes over the back of the pack. Quick transference. Ends up with the Hawthorn Citizens at half forward. They go long. Curtis at the back of the pack can't take the mark. Ball comes to ground. Quick handball away. And the kick hasn't got the carry, but it has got a rover, and that rover is Vermont. And I think he's kicked it. We wait on the goal umpire's decision. It's through for 1 minus score to Verwart. So a crucial kick in the game. 1 minus score to Verwart on that occasion. That's Willem McWart. Good kick in, bullet-like pass, dropped by Sam Pappas. Ball came to ground, quick handball away. Ended up with Cussin. Cussin went towards goal. And a good resultant defensive mark taken on that occasion by Devlin. Devlin went on the left foot. Now the big bomb's back in, and it's no score. So Hawthorn Citizens now pelting the goals here at this southern end of the Gordon Barnard Upper Reserve, but they can't get any reward for effort. After the Boroondara Hawks had done a very good job early. The ball comes back out now to Mitchell. Mitchell goes wide. Once again, Citz get the footy and go back, and doing a good job back there was Hugh Heading, who's done a good job across half-back, back pocket this afternoon. Heading, got to be good with the kick. He is. Pinpoint pass beautifully to Nick Phillips, who takes the mark at half-back. Phillips wearing the blue boots, misses his target in Higgins, but Higgins is good enough to butter up and get the footy. He got it away to Collinson. Collinson went long, deep up into the forward line. In front, Malone. He tapped it down very well. The ball went across the face up towards Liam Cullen. He goes around his body and puts it through. The goal-sneaking Cullen kicks his second and puts the Boroondara Hawks right back into this ball game. First goal of the third quarter goes to the Boroondara Hawks. Crucial goal was that first one. It's 5-5 to 6-3, and we're nearly halfway through this third term. So it was a battle of the defences, really. Both teams had golden opportunities, and it was Liam Cullen who seized it and kicked his second goal for the day. Good play by Collishaw to get the ball down that far. Out of the centre they come again, and ends up with Rogers for the Hawthorn Citizens. Ducked one beautifully down, and a mark was taken, but he played on. Went around his body, deep up into the full forward line. Curtis is there. The Hawks have 3 defenders, and they punch it through for a rush behind to Boroondara Hawks. Sorry, to the Hawthorn Citizens. I lost the plot. Ball comes back out. And what a mark. That's a great mark taken there by Willem Verwart, who's got to be close to being best on ground so far. He's too far out to score. He knows it. So he just sets the ball up to about a 10-on-10 contest, and nearly impossible to mark. Quick handball away from Heading, and now Boroondara Hawks will try and clear, but it won't work because the ball will come back, and a big bomb kick in by Kahia right to the top of the goal square and through for another point. So they're peppering with points now. And it's Devlin who'll bring the ball back in on his left foot. Lopes off, plays it long, and it was, as in the background it's told, a terrible kick, and the mark's been taken by Anastopoulos, who goes up towards the full forward line. Draper in front, taps the ball down, comes to ground. No one can take clear possession. There's a big scrum about it, maybe an in the back. No, said the umpire, and we'll get a ball up. 15 metres around from the Hawthorn Citizens goal. They lead, but not by anywhere near as much as their 20-point lead just prior to half-time. For Ward, taps it around his body. No one can take control of the footy. Is it still in? Yes, it is. The handball goes to Rogers. Rogers was dispossessed very well on that occasion by Mitchell Pateau. And the ball comes out, and the mark's taken by Pappas. So Sam Pappas, ex-Doncaster's got the football. Goes long, right up to the centre of the Gordon Barnyard Oval. And we'll get a ball up right on the cricket pitch, right in the middle of the upper level ground here. Big crowd. Great afternoon for football now. Perfect conditions as Pappas wins it out for the Boroondara Hawks. Goes up towards the half-back line, and McManamee's got the football, taking the mark. He goes out looking for Wilson. Wilson one-on-one. He beats his man, but his man does a great job in tackling in Phillips. The ball's turned over. That was Lontos, who's done a great job. Free kick's going to be paid, and that free kick will go the way of Hawthorn Citizens. And that free kick will go back to Wilson. Wilson gets the handball away to the flying for Ward. He goes long. Curtis is one out with Devlin. The ball bounces over the top. It bounces, and it bounces to the right, and 1- score to Willem Verwoerd, who now has 3 goals, 3. It's 6-6 to 5-5. Citz lead in this quarter. We've gone 13 minutes. Now they're using the corridor, and it's Higgins who used it, and I think it was touch off the boot. The ball flies out, now courtesy of a handball to Pateau, and Pateau goes long up towards Cullen, but he's clearly outmarked on that occasion by Marsick. So Marsick's got the ball, and he found the boundary line nearly, and the mark taken by Ben Wilson. He's just slowing down play. Interesting concept as now Wilson drives the ball up and a one-handed mark by Callahan. Takes the mark. Now he goes down. Curtis once again, not to Curtis on this occasion. Great strong mark by the Hawthorn Citizens. I think that's Pousty, who's gone back and taken a magnificent mark. And he'll kick from 25 metres out. Jack Pousty. Today, he hasn't scored. He had a big kick that was just nearly made the line at the other end. He's got to aim right post. Pousty comes in, kicks, and he actually misses to the right. 1 point on the board to Pousty. So after they kick 5 goals straight, they've now kicked 1 goal 6 since then and blown some chances. They lead by 8, 6-7 to 5-5. Great game of footy. The little chip-in's good to Chan. Back pocket for the Boroondara Hawks. Ex-Whitehorse Colt, Nathan Chan, switches the football. There to Collison, who takes the mark. So Collinson's got the ball. Slow build-up, methodical. Now, can he find a target? No. In the air, they're very good. And Wilson's taken the mark for the Hawthorn Citizens. Wilson goes to the danger player. In Verwoerd. Willem Verwoerd. 3 goals, 3. He's far out to score now. Umpire says, hurry up, Willem. So he does. He puts it right up towards the centre half forward position. Nearly a strong mark taken, but the roving and another minor score. This time it goes the way of Anastopoulos, who's kicked his first minor. 6-8 to 5-5. The margin 9 points. Citz are peppering the goals. I think in this quarter they've kicked 7 behinds, whilst the Boroondara Hawks have kicked 1 straight. So they're only winning the quarter by a point, 7 shots to 1. Devlin's got the footy, goes out wide, finds his man, and they chip it back in nicely where the mark's been taken by Mitchell. Will Mitchell goes out wide. Now, this is where they've been breaking down. Callahan does a good job to spoil it. Came out to Easton Higgins. He can't take the footy. On the overlap glass, got the handball away. There's 4 Citizens running together. Now, they've taken 2 bounces. A kick got smothered beautifully by the Boroondara Hawks. And a great job on that occasion by Hugh Heading, who's done a great job in the back line. Hawthorn Citizens did look dangerous then. We've got 3.5 minutes to go in this third quarter. The margin is 9. A handball flicked up. Deep up into the forward line. Chan's got the footy. He elects to go back to Collinson. Collinson switches play out wide. It's too wide. On this occasion in front of Lontos. And the free kick will go the way of the Hawthorn Citz. And there goes the kick. A high ball. Pousty in front. Can't take the footy. Ball came to ground. Boroondara Hawks have the numbers. But Hawthorn Citizen have the tacklers, and we've got a ball up. 25 to 30 metres out from the Hawthorn Citizens goal. They lead by 9 deep into the third quarter. Ruck takeaway comes to Pappas. Wobbly kick, transverses the 50. Gets it back on that occasion to Callum Brown. The kick around the corner for the Boroondara Hawks. Punched away by Rogers. He's pretty happy with himself over the line and out of bounds, and we'll get a throw in. 35 plays 44. We've got 17 and a half minutes done in this quarter as the ruck takeaway comes down towards Wilson. He gets around one and he chips up across the face of what could have been his teammate there in Collins, who doesn't take the mark. He does well in the tackle. And getting up there was Archie Duray with the footy. 2 minutes left in this third quarter. Hawks kicked 2 goals in the last 2 minutes of the previous one to put themselves right back in the game. Handball Miller went to Glass, went to Callahan, got run around in a tackle. Now can the Hawks break through? No, came down to Glass again. Now the danger man, Verwart. He's taken one bounce and he kicks a very high ball right up to the top of the goal square. No one can mark it. Boroondara Hawks have numbers at ground level. Big pack of players now falling on top of the footy and we'll get a ball up. Got not long to go now in this quarter. Minute and a half to go in this quarter. Hawthorn Citizens are kicked 7 straight behinds. Quick handball goes out the back in front of Collinson and it's out of bounds and we'll get another throw in. 6-8 to 5-5, 44 to 35. Ruck takeaway comes to Chan. He's tackled hard by Pousty and will get a ball up. Picked it out for Warts now in the ruck. He tapped it down to Collins. Collins got tackled. Came out to Pousty. He ducked his head. Umpire said play on. Dangerous practice. The ball ended up coming back to Jackson. He was dispossessed. And a flying kick on that occasion by Pousty went straight out of bounds on the full. So for all the great frenetic football we've only had 7 points to 6 kicked in the quarter. And it's gone the way of Hawthorn Citz. So we're waiting for the ball to come back in. It'll be Collinson who'll bring the ball back in. Had plenty of the football deep in defence in this quarter. He brings the ball back in. Big kick. Up they go. Massive leap by Wilson. He can't take it. And doing the roving there was Duncan, who kicked the goal earlier. That's three-quarter time. Got a massive final term coming up in that quarter. Boroondara Hawks just kicked the 1 goal to Liam Cullen. Hawthorn Citz kicked 7 points. Three-quarter time, it's Hawthorn Citz 6-8-44. Leading the Boroondara Hawks 5-5-35. Goal kickers, 2 to Liam Cullen, singles to Will Collinson, Archer Barkley and Max Malone. Whilst for Hawthorn Citz, it's 3 to Willem McVerwart, singles to Charles Curtis, James Glass and Henry Duncan. Should be a fantastic last quarter. As we said, the winner takes it all here. It's elimination final day. 44 plays 35. Citz have it. Hawks will come hard. Back in 5 minutes with the final term. Got to get your game face on.
that's his style. That's his style of coaching too. Yeah. What was our name? Best shooter? Yeah, but Jay was on that squad. And Caleb Bransford, and Caleb Luce, and other Caleb, and Isaac, and Isaac Fader, and Caleb, and another Caleb, and a second.
Do you know where Tommy is?
Tommy went home with Mum.
Oh, did he?
Do you think Haz is going to play next chat?
Wait, so what's happened?
He's not played the whole game.
Why?
He's played like 9 minutes. Like 5 to 9 minutes. No, he's normally fine. I mean, his... So, Tottenham won against Man U. How's that feel?
Yeah.
Man U. You should follow Man U. No, Man U lost. First game. I think you should follow them. EPL? EPL.
Tottenham won last night.
Yeah.
They beat Manchester.
Yeah.
And Chesterwich.
United.
Yeah. That used to be my team when I followed it.
Oh, really?
Man U. Don't follow it very much now.
Yeah, because we don't live in...
Well,
we're not living in Kenya. Like, I mean...
you have a team, Coffee?
I
Liverpool?
have been very loosely following EPL for the last 3 years. I started with Liverpool,
Yep, see, I just...
but then I went off with last season I was on Arsenal, and this season, and I think
You switch around teams.
well, I'm trying to figure out who my club is.
You want to
This
pick
year I'm
one
on
yet?
the Newcastle Magpies because of Collingwood, and they're doing alright. I mean, we lost last night, but
Newcastle.
that's alright.
I mean, at least it's not Chelsea.
No,
Chelsea. I have, like, all my friends go to Chelsea. Like, 95% of my friends in Kenya all went for Chelsea. No, it's just that Chelsea are just very strong supporters. They're very strong supporters. And they make it known. Yeah, but they're, like, strong. It's like, it's not like the first thing where it's like Arsenal just don't like Tottenham. It's just like that rivalry is there. It's like that. Yeah, but Landau's out. Landau got injured. He's out. He did an injury against Sudan. Sudan in the friendlies like 2 days ago. He's got an ankle injury. He's out the whole World Cup. It's an ankle.
Sorry, Andy, had to go for a walk. My legs have gone to sleep.
Our operator has changed, so
I thought I called him early. Was that 30?
Maybe you might be right, but he hasn't been on for a long time.
I thought I saw him in the first quarter.
Yeah, for 9 minutes.
Was in the coffee cup.
He got a kick there in that pocket. And is Talon been on? Talon.
I haven't seen him, but
Read that.
Off the ground, please.
Ligament.
The final quarter on Game Face of the 2023 elimination final in under 15 Division 1. Division 1 would indicate it's good football, and it's been nothing if not that for the whole game. It's been fantastic football. We enter the last term with the home team, the Boroondara Hawks, 5-5-35. The visitors, Hawthorn Citizens, 6-8-44. And bang, bang, bang out of the centre. Come the Hawthorn Citizens. It was Pousty who got it away to Wilson. And another handball to Glass. Glass went back to Pousty. He went up the line and good hands. It's that man again, Willem Verwart, who's taken the mark. He's got some skill, he's got some talent, he's quick, he's got good hands, he's a beautiful boot of the football. So I put enough of the mocker on him here. He's 45 metres out. Big angle. But if anyone's shown in this game today, if they can do something special, it's Willem as he comes in with a massive drop punt right up to the top of the square. Can he do it? Can he what? Willem Wart has kicked his fourth. And he's kicked one, very important one for the Hawthorn Citizens. They go to 7-8-50, leading the Boroondara Hawks 5-5-35. And as I said, Wart has 4. So you'd think the Hawks would have to answer fairly quickly now with a 2.5 goal deficit that they're facing. Umpire puts the ball up in the air. Glass now into the ruck for the Citizens. Punched away. Came out to Pousty. This time he had it smothered. Ball came back. And on that occasion, Pousty had it smothered again. But they still keep the football, Hawthorn Citizens, and they go up to the half-forward line. Good play by Anastopoulos. He kicked it long across his body. And going back and taking the mark was James Devlin right in defence. The mark's been paid there. The goal umpire said it was paid. Now it's just Curtis has got to move back on the mark to give him some room to kick out. Devlin goes defensively to that left-hand side where he finds Ethan Higgins. So Higgins has got the footy. He chips out wide to his teammate. It's a slow, clinical build-up. And they go long, or short. They maybe should have gone long. And Hawthorn Citizens have affected the turnover. Out looking for Wilson. He can't take it. Borello's in hard there for the Boroondara Hawks side, and we'll get a ball up. 2.5 minutes into the final term. It's 35 plays 50. And it's the Hawthorn Citizens on top. Glass gets the handball away. Looking for his teammate there in Horsford. He can't take it, and we'll have another ball in. So except for the one exciting kick by Verwart, the rest of the quarter hasn't contained any highlights as yet. Hawthorn Citizens get the ball again. Cusson kicked around his body, went to Anastopoulos. He got the handball away, ended up with Pousty, who went long up towards the half-forward line or nearly the full-forward line. Leading out in the race of the ball, the danger man, Verwart. He wheels around on his right foot and finds his target beautifully. Got so many targets up forward, Hawthorn Citizens. And Willem Verwart has set up Ben Wilson for what could be a dagger in the heart of the Boroondara Hawks early in the final term. Wilson hasn't troubled the scorers, but he's had plenty of stats. He's had plenty of assists. He'll kick from 45 metres out, nearly directly in front. It's a bit wobbly off the boot, and it pushes to the left and 1 minor score to Ben Wilson, which makes it 7-9 to 5-5, the margin out to 16 points. This time they go down the middle very dangerously. Came out to Callaghan. Callaghan got the handball. Ended up with Wilson, who's absolutely butchered it. And deep into the forward line. And we'll get a ball in. Well, they've had an opportunity there. Ben Wilson's had 2 opportunities. The one positive thing is he's getting plenty of the football. So we'll get a ball in right next to the goal posts, or the point post. Hawthorn Citizens attacking, leading by 16. Ball comes out. Quick kick away. Sam Pappas out to the outer side of the ground. Leading in the race for the footy there was McNanamy. He's up further up the ground than what he's been for quite some time. And a quick handball away there by Patterson for the Hawthorn Citizens side. Can't do anything with it. Big pack of players on the football. Handball ends up coming back to Patterson. He gets the handball away. The big man, someone's got injured there, I think. As soon as they kicked the ball, Brooke Horsford went down. I think he may have done a string, maybe. Hopefully, but he's down on the ground. So the ball goes to Duray. Duray goes up there to Borello. Borello around the body, looking for Cullen. Can't hold the mark. Good roving by the Hawthorn Citizens. They go up towards the half-forward line of beat Rogers. Went to Callaghan. Callaghan got the handball over the top for the Hawthorn Cits. And on the overlap, it comes back to Wilson. Wilson turns it over. Coming through and getting the footy away was Mitchell. He got the kick away up towards the half-forward line. Malone in front. Malone had a chance. He got tackled. Umpire said, I'm paying the mark, and Max Malone will kick from 47 metres out. He'll take a big kick. The wind appears to have pretty much dropped here. So, a big kick, but he is a big kick of the football. He's kicked plenty of goals. He comes in, gives it everything, and it pushes way, way, way right. So they're out of bounds on the full or a mark anyway. And that mark's been taken by McManamy. McManamy for Hawthorn Citizens kicks it. Oh, beautiful mark by Wilson, who's really stamped his authority after half-time. So Ben Wilson's got the football. Chips in short to Glass. Glass goes back to Wilson. Wilson with another handball, which could end up with either Wilson or Glass, or maybe neither. Quick flick away. Came back there to Collins. Collins goes across the centre of Gordon Barnard Reserve. Dangerous kick. It'll be good value if it works, and it doesn't work on this occasion because charging through Hugh Heading. Heading gets the ball deep up towards the half-forward line. Coming out was Cullen. He was tackled with the football. It was pushed out. Pack of players around the football. Umpires just keeps on calling play on, play on, play on. Went to my man Willem Verhort, who kicked the ball long wide. And on this occasion, he turns it over. And Boroondara Hawks have the chance to reload. And reload they will through Pitto. Deep in the back line, he was dispossessed. I thought he was going to go across the face of the goal. He didn't do so. And now the ball came back out there for the Boroondara Hawks, and they'll go to the outer side of the ground. But they need goals, and they need them quickly. Ball comes up, looking for Mitchell it was. He couldn't take it. The resultant kick now should have been called play on, wasn't. And Alamond will take the free kick, or the mark, and he'll be 35 to 40 metres out directly in front. He unloads to his team, and there's a mark down there. And once again, these marks that have killed the Boroondara Hawks all day are the pack marks right on the goal line. And it's Curtis who took one earlier in the day, virtually same shot, same back channel, and it'll be the same result. And I think this will absolutely seal the deal. Curtis kicks his second. Hawthorn Citz kicked their eighth. They go to 8-9-57. Leading the Boroondara Hawks 5-5-35. We've gone 8.5 minutes in the last quarter. And the power players of Vermont with 4, Curtis with 2, Glass with 1. Their marking superiority in defence there has really won the game. And now I notice they put Glass back to centre half forward. So they're going with the big man power out of the centre. Phillips tried to take it away. He got the ball out wide to Duray, Archie Duray. They need a goal. They need a goal quickly up towards Barkley. And Archer Barkley reaches out and takes the mark. He must kick this. 22 points is currently the margin. Archer Barkley has 1 today. Only multiple goal kicker Liam Cullen with 2. So Barkley will kick from 30 metres out. Preferred side for a right footer. Kicks. And kicks straight through. So good goal to Barkley. Well done. It's his second. They go to 6-5-41. They're only 16 points down, 8-9-57. It can be done. It's just going to be hard by the way the game is progressing, you'd think. 41-57. Glass back into the ruck, the real big man. Callahan's now gone as his ruck rover for Hawthorn Citizens. As the umpire throws the ball up in the air. Glass with the advantage with his height. He taps it down. Hawthorn Citz have numbers. Pousty, he got round 1. Was he pushed in the back? Yes, said the umpire. And Jack will get the free kick. Just outer side of the centre of the ground. Jack Pousty been very good. A couple of kicks here by the Hawthorn Citz haven't worked that well. Came back towards Draper, but Pousty just pounced on him. He had good assistance there from Brendan Kahia. and will get a ball up. Hawthorn sits very hard at the football. Glass up in the ruck. He just virtually taps it down beautifully to his teammate in Anastopoulos. He can't take it. Quick handball away. Ends up with Cusson. He kicks around his body. The ball bounces and bounces to the overworked boundary umpire on the outer side of the ground. 16 points is the margin. And Pousty's got the footy for Hawthorn Citz. He handballs to Wilson. He can't take it. And once again, we'll get a throw in. 8-9 to 6-5. Glass taps it down. Can't take it any further. Anastopoulos has got the footy. He goes long. Big pack of players down there. This is a dangerous kick out of there by Pitot. It might work. No, it won't because the ball's come back in through Pousty. It goes to Wilson. Wilson goes long up to the half or the full forward line. Leading out in the race for the ball. That went back to the danger man, Vitoid. He didn't take it. Now it's come out towards Colafella. He tackled his man, I think, without the ball. He did, and that free kick will go the way of Lansfield. So Owen Lansfield will get the free kick. And he chips in, and the mark's taken there by Wilson. So Ben Wilson kicks it right up towards the true centre-half forward position. Hawthorn Citizens doing all the attacking at the moment. Comes back to Anastopoulos. He kicks around his body, right up towards the full forward line. Taking the footy away. Pousty had it knocked out of his hands. Quick kick across the body. And a good effort there by Phillips, who started really well. He goes to the outer side of the ground. They have to probably use the corridor a bit more now. Up looking for Cullen. He's got the footy. He beats his opponent. He gets around one, gets around a second. Goes up looking for Malone. He misses the target. But coming through well was Tom Colafella. He got the handball to Malone. Malone lifted the ball above his head, didn't dispose of it. And the free kick will go the way of the Hawthorn Citz. And they'll go out wide. Out wide here, looking for the danger man in Willem. Vertorden, and he kicked the ball, got the handball over the top. And it's ended up with Jack Pousty. He's had plenty of the football the further the game's gone on. He went looking down there for Alamond. He can't take the footy. Boroondara Hawks are nothing if not game. They keep working at the ball, and they'll get the resultant free kick, and it'll go to Will Mitchell. Mitchell goes out wide to Borello, gets back in on his left foot. Borello goes up to centre-half forward, but in the air, McManamy's been an intercept marking machine across half-back. He turns, that's one of his problems, so he's turned the ball over far too much, and he went to Phillips. Phillips went up towards Miller at the top of the goal square, didn't take the mark. Ball came to ground and a quick handball away. Gives away a point to the Boroondara Hawks, but that's acceptable at the moment if you're a Hawthorn sit. It's 6-6-42 to 8-9-57. So that margin's 15 points. McManamy brings the ball back in on the left foot. This time it was perfect to Jack Pousty. Pousty kicks it up to a handball to Kahia. Kahia went to Wilson. Wilson went to Anastopoulos. He runs to 30. He kicks, and he kicks the sealer. It's all over now. Hawthorn Citizens are storming into a preliminary final as Charles Anastopoulos has run in and kicked that goal. Boroondara Hawks 6-6 trail the Hawthorn Citizens 9-9. We've gone 15 minutes, only got 5 minutes of junk time left now. That margin out to an unassailable 21-point lead. And the Citizens have, to be fair, have led all day. They led by 10 at quarter. They led by 8 at the half. They led by 9 at three-quarter. And it just appear to be finishing the stronger. Glass will go up in the ruck against Jackson. They both work tirelessly. Ball comes out for Boroondara Hawks up towards McManamy, who's been very good all day. Gets the handball away. On that occasion went to Kahia. Now they're just putting on pretty much a clinic as it goes to Pousty. Got so much of the footy. Handballs back to Callahan. Callahan got it to Vermont, who went around his body deep up into the forward line. Running onto the ball. The Hawthorn Citizens, Anastopoulos has kicked the previous one. This time he pushes it way right. But he's got the ball out of bounds. And now it's just really the margin, because I think the result's not in doubt now. And the Boroondara Hawks, who have been so good all season, they won the home and away clash, but they've turned it round. Up they go in the air. Wilson went up. Fine hands. And really their aerial superiority has been clearly evident here from the Hawthorn Citizens. Wilson, beautiful kick across the face. And Pousty's got the ball. So he started okay, Pousty, but every quarter he's just got better and better and better. He's only kicked the one minor. I think he'd like to add the goal to his resume for today's game. Jack Pousty about to come in and unload, and a poor kick off the side of the boot on that occasion. Might have leather poisoning. And that was a poor finish, but it's been a great game by Pousty. So Collinson's got the ball for the Boroondara Hawks going through the last rights. He goes to Jackson, who takes the ball out of half-back flank. Slows down play. Jackson chips it up. And the good mark is taken on that occasion by Nick Phillips. Phillips goes out wide to Chan. Chan on the overlap now gets the ball to Devlin. Devlin comes out wide, looking for Colafella. He had some assistance from Barkley. Barkley got the handball over the top to Malone. He's got two on in the middle, but he elects to go longer. Down towards Cullen. Cullen's got the football now. He runs away, gets the handball. He weighs up, giving a handball to Malone. He now goes over the top to Hooper. Hooper gets the handball away to Barello, and Barello puts one through. Good effort by the Boroondara Hawks. They're certainly not giving up. They get that goal to put them back to within, I think it's 2 goals. It'll be 7-6-48 to 9-9-63. So it's at 15 points, the margin. The Hawks aren't giving up. Their problem is they've only got 85 seconds of football left in season 2023. As the umpire about to ball it up. Glass will go up against Jackson, who's worked manfully in the ruck, and now they get the ball out again. Kick it wide out, looking for Cullen. Cullen takes the mark, runs on, plays on, gets around one, needs support, has support from Barello, who kicked the last goal. Barello goes into Malone. He must play on Malone, and he kicks a point, but he had to do that. It was the right thing to do by Max Malone. He's been a little bit inaccurate, 1-3, but he has presented well. As we tick down now to within the last 45 seconds of the game, and they're just slowing it up completely here, the Hawthorn Citizens. McManamy now unloads with a helicopter-type kick, but up goes Wilson, and he's been one of the better players for the Hawthorn Citizens and takes the mark. Wilson got one on short in Duncan, doesn't want it, wants to do it himself and get the handball away to Glass on his left foot. Glass chips it in, a good mark taken back there by Chan. Chan goes out to look for Barello. Barello can run onto this, get a consolation goal. He gets around one, and he's dumped, and the Hawthorn Citizens have won the game. And well-deserved too. Hawthorn Citizens 9-9-63 have defeated a game, Boroondara Hawks 7-7-49. As I mentioned before, at quarter time it was Citz by 10, at half time by 8, at three-quarter time by 9, and at the final break by 14. So after the first quarter, which Hawthorn Citz kicked 4 goals to 2 goals to, it was a pretty even contest. The goal kickers for the game, Liam Cullen and Archer Barkley both kicked 2 for the Hawks. Singles to Jono Barello, William Collinson and Max Malone. Whilst for Hawthorn Citz, it was 4 to Willem Verwart, 2 to Charles Curtis, singles Henry Duncan, Charlie Anastopoulos and James Glass. Better players for the for the Boroondara Hawks, Colafello, Borello very good. Craig Brown was in amongst them. Nick Jackson worked hard in the ruck. Liam Cullen and Archer Barkley both played well with 2. Hugh Heading was pretty good in the back line along with Will Mitchell. And as we look further down there, Max Malone created some options. Whilst for the Hawthorn Citizens, they had a group of about 6 of them who really took the game apart. None more than Ben Wilson wearing number 15, Archie McNanamy across the back line, Jack Pousty in the centre. They were fantastic. Glass was great in the ruck. Anastopoulos came right into the game. But in my opinion, no doubt the player of the match was Willem Verwant, who kicked 4 goals, 3 and controlled the ball through the centre. Fantastic effort by Hawthorn Citizens. They win the game 9-9 to 7-7. They go through to a preliminary final next week. The Boroondara Hawks, a team brought together between the Graythorne Bourne Jets and the Canterbury Cobras, have been very good all year and just fell today at hurdle number 1 in the final series. 49 played 63, a win to Hawthorn Citizens. All up, it's been a sensational day at the Gordon Barnard Reserve. First game was the absolute classic, 53-50, a win to Preston Bullants over the Balwyn Graythorne Jets. The second game, the Jets got the money, 3-2-20 to 0-6-6 in the girls' second semi-final there, or qualifying final. Under 15-5, it was the Boroondara Hawks 10-8-68 over Glen Iris, 7 straight 42. And then, as we've just called it, Boroondara Hawks 7-7-49 down to the Hawthorn Citizens 9-9-63. On behalf of Min and Andy doing all the streaming and the camera work today, I'm Michael Crooks. Got to get your game face on. Good afternoon.